Hello world! Wave Time here, bringing to you another episode of EEPower. Now, today is a very special episode in the fact that it is episode 50 of season 2 of this Let's Play, and I've honestly never thought I'd get to half 100 episodes. Think of it that way. I'm halfway to 100 episodes of one single season, and I've already passed 100 total episodes. When starting out this series, I've never really thought that I'd get. Well, I'm not the most popular, but I think it's keeping me level headed. Anyways, let's get onwards with our episode. As you see, the quarry down there is 100% complete. It's finished, it went a little much, but what can you do? So I'm going to just move it back a few times. I think it's in the negative Z, so let's do my Z, and then do 100 raise 2 to get it out of here. Oh, also, there is a bunch of materials that I should probably excavate from this area. There's a bunch of ores, which we'll need to get later, but we're not focusing really on the ores right now, so yep, that should raise. Hopefully it doesn't stop. If it does, we know that we'll need to add a bit more delay. Anyways, I finished the cube of nuclear reactor nests. There's water, everything that's needed. Possibly I'll just modify it slightly so that I have like some sort of red power pump going to it, but I don't think that's necessary because I'll just need to fill it with nuclear stuff and then get a bunch of areas for ice to be. Now I'm thinking something like this. I tested it out on a simulator, and this is one of the best ways to do it, with a bunch of nuclear cells there. It won't blow up, which is always a good thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and we have all 9 areas of chamberness. But when we crud. What did I just right click? Oh, ores. Haha. Redstone, you scare me. And I don't have any sort of cobble right now, do I? Can I not scare myself for one moment? Now, nuclear power cells, whatnot, energy, hooray, hurrah. Now, the only problem is that we have to get it over there. It's about 100 blocks distance. I didn't check the exact amount, but 100 blocks with the high voltage cable, the iron stuff, the whatever it's called. I don't even want to worry about the names. 100 meters to get here means that it's 100 EU per tick loss. Or we can go with the just the regular high voltage cables, which are 512 EUs per tick, and those are the fiber optic. I'm just going to call them fiber optics. I know they're glass fiber cables, but it's much easier for me to recognize them as fiber optic cables, even if they are not signal based. Now we're going to need to do a few things. For instance, we're going to need to get a filter here, and we're going to need to get a lot of uranium power cells, because the more the merrier. But the more we get, the more energy output there is. The more energy output there is, when we finally pass the 512 EU per tick mark, it means that it's going to be we're going to have to use the high voltage cable. Unless we have some sort of intermediate power station for which we can put them in, but I don't think that's a very good tactic to use. Let's see. What I think we should do is get a high voltage transformer. It'll transform high voltages and change it to the non-high voltage, which is nice. And the reason we'd want to do that is when we finally fill this up, I think it's calculated as 1800 EU per tick, which is a lot more than the stuff that we had before. So what we should do is make that a high voltage transformer. It's not too difficult to make. It just takes a medium voltage transformer, 2 wires, an energy crystal, and an electronic circuit. We have a lot more diamonds for which we can work with, and in fact we're able to upgrade our solar flower to its highest point. So let's just quickly upgrade our solar array. Flower, solar array, blah blah blah. Anyways, let's get to work. Seeing that we have a lot more stuff here, we should just dig in to our awesomeness. We'll need one of these, and of course I do not have any room for either. Plop. Make one of these with that. Sacrifice that, because we'll need extra, and of course we'll need more. Okay, putting power back in, activating. A lot faster when you can fly, you know? And there we go. We got our fully upgraded, except for the Mach 1 collectors. We got fully upgraded relay. It's working 100%. Now we can actually make some more uranium to compress down to make some more stuff. So I'm just gonna change most, if not all of this to uranium. Gather 13. Actually 14 is quite enough, I'd say. So 14, 15, whatever. 15 uranium ore shall be enough. We can then compress it all in our compressor, which is over here. Falling. And then we can work on other things. Now, which compressor is it? We don't have a close compressor, do we? Yep, there we go. So while that's all compressing, we should work on the other parts of our plan. A master plan to take over the world. Hey, I have fun. Don't diss me. Okay, we'll just need to get 2 of those. We'll not even bother making it a recipe because it's going to be... Okay, do you know what I really need in my rooms? I need turrets of some sort. Archangel turrets. Because that honestly is pretty dang annoying. Okay, so let's focus on other stuff right now, Transformer. Oops, I accidentally got 2. We'll need also an energy crystal, which should be here, and we'll need one of these. So let's wait for that. We'll need a bit more refined iron later. And we'll also need a heck of a lot of glass and diamonds, so we'll just have to wait for that thing over there to get more diamonds because we'll need those cables. Now, I already have some sort of plan to prevent this thing from overfilling, but I'm going to have to work on it when I get every single piece of items that I need. I got some of them, but let's wait for the rest. Okay, we now have everything that we need, so we can just craft our little transformer right now. And the reason I want to make this transformer is because I do not believe the MFSU actually is able to handle a high current of that magnitude. So we should get... Also, we're going to need some high voltage cables, so we should order a bunch of those annoying ingots. So let's see... Just get a bunch of these in the meantime, and we'll also need a heck of a lot of rubber, so let's just be happy with that. Yay. Okay, here we go, dropping downwards. We got our little transformer, we got enough cables, and let's try to see what we can do. So, placing down this cable, the reason we want to place down the cable before anything else is because, well, we can't place the high voltage transformer directly on top of that because there won't really be any weight. Then again, we could orient it this way. Am I close enough? No, it won't work. Anyways, so what we'll have to do is have these go up and over. So we'll then be able to place it on here. It'll be the right direction. And place this cable down. So it's connected and everything. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. All that stuff. Anyways, getting that away. This will now then, I think what we should then have it do is, this will be a different cable later, but for now, we'll have it go out, and this will be our interim area. So output is 512 EUs per tick. Now I'm going to check something right quick. Be right back. Okay, I was right. It can only accept a maximum input of 512 EU per tick. Now here's where the interesting stuff happens. I should probably get another lever to stop it generating energy in the meantime, but yeah, let's not worry about that too much. So the thing is that eventually this will get full when this is going at Super Saiyan-esque speeds, and we'll only want to transmit 512. The reason we put this here instead of just having a transformer going way up there is because this will actually emit a signal when it is full, acting as a good buffer. The reason we want to put this buffer in is because this will only transmit 512 EU per tick, as I've mentioned before. This, however, gives a lot more energy than that. In fact, I'm not even sure if this setup will work, because this is going at how much EU per tick, but this is going at only 512 EU per tick. So eventually, I don't actually think this will work. That's a big problem. Sorry, thinking right now, this is becoming a big issue. If we made more of these, we might be able to combine it. But if we have 3, for instance, we'll have a maximum of 1500 and something. But my design that I'm going to do when I fill this up with ice to its like maximum extent, it'll be like, well, more than that. So what we're going to need to do is have this as a buffer, yes. But we're going to need to have like 4 output areas, like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. This is fine for now. When you go to the extremities of, oh my gosh, there's too much, it'll be at a later date. So let's just go with what we were going to do originally. I'll get this back. And then, wait, shift click did something. Anyways, so instead of putting it there, we'll put it here. And put that here. So it'll output, then go way over there. But let's try to change this. So we want it to emit redstone when it is full. That way, when it emits redstone when full, it'll eventually stop the energy going to this point because, well, it'll be full. We don't want any more energy in there, or else, well, bad stuff might happen. I don't know about you, but I don't want bad stuff to happen to my stuff. It's kind of bad. Anyways, what we'll need to do is make some jacketed cables. I've came prepared, so don't worry. This might be a little too much, but well, here we go. Take that. No, I'm not an idiot. There we go. Well, not an idiot in that regards. 2 redstone tubes, so we can place the redstone tubes here. And then we can connect redstone via this way, and that's not connecting. Hope that works. If it doesn't, that could be a problem. So what we can do is have this run, fill it up until it's at its maximum. I'm not sure how long it'll take with only 4 cells, but we're also going to need to turn this on, going at like 2.5 ice a second. It might be enough. We'll just have to see. So let that run and start running this. So that'll be the master shut off, but this will shut off also. So it's going at a pretty decent speed. Not bad at all. So let's keep it running. And also, while this is running, we might as well find some way to get some fiber optics. So fiber optic cable takes a lot of glass and a lot of redstone and a lot of diamonds. We're going to need those, funnily enough. So let's go back to our little solar flower setup and see what we can procure. I don't even know why I cut recording. Okay, 35 diamonds will be enough, definitely. So we're going to, I don't know, should we bother putting a crafting recipe for this? It might be worthwhile, so let's actually just craft another bench here and get the desired materials crafted. Gonna need a diamond. Do I even have any diamonds left? Oh crud, I don't. Do I? Why am I always lacking in the diamonds? It's just kind of unfair, you know? So I guess I'm gonna have to craft them again. Yeah, let's craft them manually, why not? Could always go with a lot of diamonds. There, and wow, do you have to rain at the most inopportune times? Seriously, man. Seriously. Okay, so we're gonna need, I think it is 6 glass, 1 diamond, and 2 redstone. There we go. And import. Now throw this in and we might have enough, and I think we're going to need 64 to start with, and we'll see where that goes. This is probably the most... we're missing redstone. Okay, I'll just craft 64, and then see how our nuclear reactor is going. I really hate rain. Okay, we got our glass fiber cables. We can then take the stuff from here. Substitute. And there we go. So no loss or hardly any loss going there, and we can have the energy going up from here to start off with and then carry the stuff way over. Now let's see how our energy is going. It seems like it's going phenomenally, and let's spread this out a bit in one of our original methods, and it looks like we got more than enough ice, that's for sure. And it's taking ice at whim. So this is working. It might be going a little too fast. So let's go a bit slower. I didn't really do any tests for this rig, and it's definitely not the most efficient. So what we should do is just temporarily turn it off and wire this setup. Bring all the energy that we can to our main storage locations. And now that I think of it, we only have a limited amount of space in our storage location. So it is actually it is a good thing, in fact, to have a shut-off valve which is automated. Now the hole is over there, so it's down, and I'll just wire this up and see you in a sec. Aw, you gotta be kidding me. I'm so close yet so far from this. So I'm gonna need some more fiber optic cables. Yes, I know it's called something different. Stop harping on me. Also, we might as well change this while we're at it and wire up the others to the setup. Think this is enough energy, right? Okay, so more cables will be a good thing. Son of a gun. Heck with it. What could possibly go wrong? Anyways, fudgesicles. Do I really not have an escape route this way? Long way it is. So currently it will output the desired amount of energy that we will need. So we still have a lot more refined uranium in which we can use to our advantage. So we should probably put all of that in. How many storage cells do I have? I got enough empty cells to make it worthwhile. Put those away. And we can store those. And I think we got no room. I think. So let's put those away. And manually fill our setup. Now we will need to get a filter eventually. And that's not exactly the most graceful of setups in the world, but it is working at least. So put that on. I think we should make a nice surrounding of 9 so that we have a bunch of them working. Now this should make the ice go a bit slower maybe. That might be one word to go. Quicker actually. It'll make the ice be depleted a lot faster. So we'll then be able to tell how fast it'll need to go to be able to keep up. Now we should, just in case, change this back to our original time because we don't have our filter on. And checking this, it's going at a remarkable speed. But that also means that we should probably modify this yet again so that we can actually have it all working together. Now, as I mentioned before, this transformer's maximum output is to be like, what is it? 512? Yeah, it's 512. So that divides, not really divides, but changes whatever's in here to go to 512. This is like a high voltage at least, and it is working, so we don't have to worry about this. Now that I think of it, this means that this is all alternating current for all those science people who are out there, invariably. So let's get some more of these. I think we're going to need to have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to need to have 4 of these for it to be functioning properly. So we're going to eventually need to remove that, but let's put 2 more down, and it'll all come out and go on here using more fiber optic cables, which I do not have. As if it would run out and have only 1 left needed. Come on. Shows that the world does not love me right now. Geronimo! Okay, I'm good. Okay, we got our other transformers, and I want to test something. Now, that might explodify, so let's try right-clicking with this. Did it just turn around on the other side? Ah, son of a bitch. Okay. And now that I think of it, we're going to need to have the high voltage cables, unless we... Yeah, we're gonna need to have... No, fudge nuggets. That's not good, that's not good. The thing I'm seeing right now is that we're going to need to have more storage devices, not just more transformers. Yeah, we're going to need more storage devices. That's unfortunate. So we're going to have to plug these in, and when we put them in, this can't handle the amount of energy that we are going to give it. So what invariably we're supposed to have to do is, why is it raining? Screw you. Invariably what we're going to have to do is have all of these different leads go to different storage devices. And therefore, it's going to be very, very, very difficult to determine. Not just determine, but still. Okay, I'll try to explain this and find a place that isn't rainified. Over here. What this means is that, judging by this cable itself, can only transmit 512 also. So if we try to pack even more than 512 into it, because of the speed at which it will be going, it won't be able to do so. So we're going to have to, probably the best way to do this, I know it's annoying, but probably the best way to lose all of our headache is to just go and do high voltage current all the time. But there won't be any way to fudge nuggets. There won't be any way to stop. Wait a second. There's other types of cables, aren't there? Cable, there's an EU detector cable, and there's an EU splitter cable. I have no idea which either of those do. This detector cable might be able to detect the amount of energy that's there, or at the other side. So when the whole thing is full, it can shut off manually, but that means I'll need to bring a red wire back down, and it might be annoying, or I can just use the wireless transmission. Not sure how good that will be compared to the red wire, though it might save a lot of headache with all of this. But it's not as fun, But it's not as much of a headache. I'll try to decide. Okay, I'm going to assume that the cable is smart and therefore won't die when there's a huge amount going through it. I was reading up on the EU detector cable, and it's still only able to detect allow 512, so it's not for extreme voltages. Therefore, there's not much point using it. There's not much point at all. So we're going to have to put some more energy storage devices around this setup, which will make it a little unwieldy, sure, but it's better than the headache that would come due to it exploding, because exploding is kind of bad for business. So let's just wrap this around a bit so that we will be able to not have as much headache, which is not likely. So we'll have another storage device here, a storage device here as well, which will output, and of course they're going to have to similarly be connected to the red wire. So we'll need some of this, and it'll phantomly connect right now and go like that. There will be one here. Anyone else see that? That's funny. Okay, time to make more of them. Well, the good thing of everything is the fact that if I run out of matter, I'm just able to get it from the energy network that I have over there. So it's not a total loss, it's just annoying when I have to continually recraft everything, which I get. But it's not a total loss. Like I said, I'm able to gain more redstone when I need it to help with all of these inexcruciably large builds, and therefore it, makes it easier in the end. It still takes quite a bit of effort, but hopefully it won't be a complete kibosh. So take 2 of these, and copper ore. I wonder where we're going to get that. Thankfully, didn't take too long to craft them, so now they should be able to work. So let's place them down. Hopefully this array doesn't explode, but considering it's full up there, we don't have to worry too much about that. Oops, we should connect them with all of the wiry goodness that will be required. There we go. And there we go. Now that I think of it, probably a good idea. Why did you start raining as soon as I turned you off? You know what would be good? Dark matter pedestal with a freaking vulcanite on it. Seriously, man. Seriously. As I was saying, probably a thing that we can do is add a bit more redstone tubing and have it so that it will then connect to this. Stay with me for a second because this is going to be interesting, at least I think so. And where has all the redstone gone? Okay, redstone, tubing, going, connecting. So when this is on, when the power is on, it'll stop the timer as well, meaning that we don't have to have a manual connection. So when it's off, or when it's on, making sure it doesn't explode. Basically, when the light is on due to one of these being full, it means that it'll all stop. Now the thing is, these aren't getting any EU per tick because all the energy is just invariably not escaping, but it's just not going through there because this is the shortest path with the least amount lost. So we should probably have some sort of way to determine like some sort of gate, like an AND gate. If we had a way to easily make an AND gate, this will be the perfect setup. But as of now, we can save that logic gate for later since this is working. It'll only output this energy. Yeah, basically it'll only continually work when two conditions are not met. When this isn't full, it'll continue, and when that thing isn't, when that thing isn't going, it'll continue. But the thing that we should eventually do is make some sort of AND gate. So an AND gate meaning that when those three things are full, this should be powered. That'll probably be our best bet for this system. But seeing as how much ice is going in this system, now that I think of it, the only way to be able to see the setup without being annoyed, might be able to get it through this. Yes, I will be. But that should be enough energy to satiate our hunger. So we can keep on filling this up. It'll keep on going. It's not the most efficient rig, so let's just turn it off for now. That should eventually turn off, but I know that it won't, so we'll have a manual shut off. Ooh, I like that. A manual shut off, meaning that I'll be able to turn off the entire system at will. Ho ho ho, okay, it's still going. Oh, if it's still going, that's not good. Okay, I'm gonna test. Is the energy still going? Crap. Crap, crap, crap. Okay, that means that this does not receive redstone from that. So that means I'm going to have to figure out another way to do that. Maybe if I that won't connect to it and it doesn't go onto glass, so we're gonna have to make some more of those covers, which isn't going to be too much of a hassle. Hopefully it does connect to this type of redstone. If it doesn't, it's going to be a major problem, and this thing is getting ugly enough as it is. Wait a second, I want to see if this is possible. This is just for giggles, okay? And put that. Nope. Ah well. Wasted glass is wasted. Do you know what's annoying? When you finally realize that your mic was turned off. So, I'm not sure how much you guys missed, but basically I want to test if the redstone signal will be able to attach itself through that. I thought it was just redstone. Thankfully it's not. Eventually we'll turn that to stone and then we can maybe put it underneath instead of going around. Now you're up to date. Time to turn off this blasted rain. Okay, I've crafted an AND gate. We can probably place it somewhere here. Obviously, we cannot put it on top of that, so we'll have to find some inventive place to put it. So not here. We'll just place it not there either, but there. So we'll have to have all the power coming in. Obviously, that won't go there either, so in fact, let's raise it by 1 so that we won't get confused. There, there, there. All done. So, AND gate going here. As you know, AND gates are very special in the fact that when power is sent to all of the sides, there will be power that goes through here. Therefore, we can use this to our advantage by having this gate transmit the redstone power to this tube, thus turning it off. We might need some more materials, so let's just grab some more of that. Hey, it matters to me. And let's see. Okay. One will need to go from there, another will need to go from there, and one more goes from there. Then this will then need to go and attach itself downwards. Go down, and then finally attach to the tube. Obviously, we're going to need something a little more elegant, so let's just get some more of that redstone stuff. Redstone ingots from the chest that we have already. Okay, we got 14 of the stuff. I think that's going to be more than enough, so let's make some more of these panel stuff covers. Let's just call them covers so that we don't kill ourselves. Some more of these. I really should have thought of a better color, you know, because, you know, that sucks. Okay. Redstone me up, me bucko. Going like that instead. Taking this and going way over here. And this will make its way up and go here. Kind of like a brain, you know, now that I think of it. And this will go down. And therefore turn off the machine. That will be going down like that. One of these things doesn't belong. You know, I was thinking that this would look a lot less convoluted when I was starting it. That's why I chose something that looked like an actual design, but judging by the fact that this looks very ugly, it did not exactly work out as well as I planned. So we should take these off because they are no longer necessary. In fact, they would actually screw up our design if we kept them. So if we leave this running again, it will continually fill up the energy wells. And eventually, as you see, it is transmitting power from these, so it is actually working. Slowly gathering energy, but it is gathering energy nonetheless. Not sure what this output is right now, but judging by the fact that none of the others are getting any energy output, it's probably running at full capacity. I could probably have this all wrong, and I am doing something royally horrible. But, you know, I'm kind of a madman like that. And now that I think of it, I could have put that upside down so it won't look like it's spidery going all around it and stuff like that. I should probably turn that off. Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of EEPower. we got a bit more stuff done than last time. If you like what you see, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to future episodes. If you want to see something specific, let me know. I'm all ears. Wave Time here, signing off. Have a wonderful day.